Okay. Thank you to another episode of the Resilience of Black Women Confronting Breast Cancer podcast, brought to you by the Unexpected Detour. Today we are back with our lovely ladies. We've been missing for a week, but we are here. And we're just going to have our usual conversations about what's going on with us as far as our health, any new things that we can bring to this community to keep people abreast of breast cancer. And I'm sure these women, they're very informed because they do a lot of research. So they can come on here and they can give you some information. So we have Tamika and we have Zainab on the phone. Yeah, Zainab's on the phone. So, Tamika, what's going on with you in your world of healing?
Well, I did have my 9 month surveillance scan. Everything came out great. They have now pushed me out to a year. Um,
Yay!
yes. So I have passed the 3 year mark. Now it's the 3 to 5 year mark because of the type of breast cancer that I have, which is triple negative. So
Right.
I'll be doing every year up to 5 years, and then we'll go from there.
But that's awesome, though.
Yes.
You don't have to take any kind of medication, or do you?
No, not with with triple negative. I didn't have to take any medication, just the chemo. And since I opted into doing a double mastectomy and my labs and everything came back with the pathology was fine, I didn't have to do radiation either.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure you're happy.
Yeah.
I know when you hear you don't have to come back for a while, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
so don't get
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
scanning. I know you had scan anxiety for
Yeah,
sure.
that scan anxiety is even before the scan and even after the scan as a survivor, when you feel any type of pain, any type of pulling, any type, the first thing you think, oh my God, is it bad? And
Yeah.
so right now I do be having little flutters and different things in my breast, but I think that's coming from the surgeries where my nerve senses are trying to come back, and it's I can feel certain things in certain areas of my breast.
Oh, you still have nerves up there?
Yes,
I
yes, I
guess
still
right
do.
here.
Yes, from when they did the deep flap and they added the tissue in, they connect everything back.
Oh, that's
Yes.
very extensive then, huh?
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
he's very detailed. Dr. Shisherman at Methodist Willowbrook, he's very detailed. Yes.
wow. And what's going on with you, Zainab? Tell us about your boobies.
Well, first, congratulations, Tamika, for making it to your three
Thank
year mark.
thank you.
Um, so for me, I found a knot on my right breast, which is the same breast I had breast cancer, but it's on the inner part where my cleavage is. I raised this concern with my doctor, and they wrote me up to get an ultrasound. I went in for the ultrasound, and they told me that it may be a cyst or some breast tissue. And I'm like, wait a minute, didn't y'all get out all the breast tissue? Why is it enough to, make that? And she said, well, we can't get it all out, which I knew that before too. But they told me that they don't think that it's breast cancer, but I'm not going to go with that. I'm away for 2 months right now, and I'm going to get a second opinion while I'm here. And I'm also thinking to go ahead and just let them do a biopsy on it because I am not playing with it. And then this week, I just started feeling some itching, like starting from my cleavage on top of the implant going across my chest and my underarm. And so me going to Dr. Google, I said, wait a minute, isn't itching one of the signs? So, that got my radars up, and I'm waiting on this call back from this old place that I used to go to when I first had my mammogram at 39. So I'm waiting on them to call me back with an appointment so I can come in and, let them tell me what they think, and I'll probably get the biopsy done here too before I even come back to Georgia. But you
Will
already
they
know my anxiety is through the roof.
will they do that biopsy there since you already go to another hospital?
I'm sure they would. I mean, if they say it looked like cancer, they can do it. I was a patient of theirs before.
I know, but now you're a patient someplace else. And usually when you're a patient someplace else, I know to be treated, they want those records from other places to see exactly what's going on.
Well, I mean, I can
That's why
send
I'm
for those.
asking.
I'm here for 2 months. I can definitely send for them or get those for them. But I
But
mean,
it's not a record, it's a disc, it's a CD disc
yeah,
that they want.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I can get that for them. Um, if not, I mean, I'll be home, July 1st. So if I have to wait, I'll do it. But I definitely want to get a second opinion on an ultrasound
I
and
think
see
you
what they
should
think.
wait.
Hmm?
I think if it were me, I would just have to pray and just wait till I get back to see my doctor.
Well, my doctor, they already told me they don't think that it is, but it feels the same way as the first knot that I felt when I was diagnosed with breast cancer. It feels the exact same way. It feels like a tiny little peanut that can move and it hasn't gone away. It's been here for a few months now. And this happened before my last surgery in February. So
Mm.
it definitely wasn't from surgery. They said it could have been like me getting like when they put the fat in right there over my breast, but this was already there like maybe 2 months when I told my doctor about it. But I really don't think it's that. I just want to be ahead of this.
You want to be
If it is, I want it to be
proactive.
detected
You want
early.
to be
Yes.
proactive about it.
Yes. I
Yeah.
want it to be detected early if it is. So I'm just not playing with it. We know too many people that have been dismissed and went on with their lives, and where are they now? I just don't want to be another statistic and it happens to me.
No, I get it. You're using precautionary measures,
Exactly.
but hopefully they'll give you an appointment soon, sooner than later.
Yeah, I just couldn't get through it. I had to leave a message and they usually call back, tell you when you can come in. Sometimes they can tell you come in the next day. This place is
And
really
you go
big.
there,
Huh?
and you go there and make an appointment, or
I probably can, but I wasn't in a hurry like that. I was trying to just give them time to call me back. It's only been what, 2 days, but I was gonna call in the morning.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Hmm.
Don't worry though,
Yeah.
because that doesn't help either.
Oh yeah, no, my stress levels are down. I've been praying about it and meditating. So I'm trying to just stay positive, and I'm not claiming it. You know me. Until I'm told it's that, yeah, I'm not claiming it.
Maybe it's just a little piece of fat or something that's there.
Yeah,
I'm sure. I mean, I don't know, but I'm just saying, probably just like a little piece of fat that's sitting right there.
yeah.
Yeah. So, any news about cancer world, breast cancer? Since I see they're doing a lot of research all of a sudden. Uh,
Well, I know that due to the climate of what's going on politically, I know a lot of research in the cancer world and just research period has kind of either ceased or slowed down, which is unfortunate. I do know a few people that are still, fighting on the front lines of the different bills and the different things concerning cancer, especially breast cancer. They're still, trying to fight against them cutting certain funding off and research funding and things of that nature.
yeah, because it's bad that those young ones, if they get it, or if they can't even get a mammogram,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
that's bad
Mm-hmm.
because they're young, and that is attacking them a lot.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
it's the numbers are actually rising for younger women to
yeah,
get it, and it's actually rising for men to get it as well.
I see. I was reading an article where the men now and the women, well, the younger women,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all with this environment and what we're putting in our bodies. And you can't help it because we don't know what's what, you know. Because I know they'll tell you to eat organic. Organic still has pesticides in it, from what I'm told, because even though it's grown organic, they still have to treat it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
when I went to that Sloan Kettering, the doctor was like, just eat the regular stuff, just wash it off. That's it. It's no different. It's just that one.
Unless you growing it yourself,
Exactly.
it's nothing you can do about it. And I always say as well, it's not just what you put in your body, it's what you put on your body as well. The things you put in your hair, the makeup, all those different things is a factor as well.
Don't worry, you had me scared because I've been looking for stuff, that, well, because I'm allergic to parabens, I have
Mm-hmm.
to look for stuff that's paraben.
Paraben free.
So I
Mm-hmm.
found this shampoo
Mm-hmm.
because I also have eczema. So I found this
Mm-hmm.
shampoo that says it has no parabens in it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We're gonna try this. And apparently honey has a lot of health factors to it.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Because
Right.
And I
I
have eczema
remember,
too. But I have eczema too. I actually was born atopic dermatitis, so I
that's
have
what I
eczema.
have.
Yeah, eczema, asthma, allergies, bronchitis,
Yeah,
all
because
those
my
different things.
allergies have been like out of control.
Mm-hmm.
But then I said, the eczema too. All of a sudden,
Mm-hmm.
it
Mm-hmm.
was fine. But now it's just, it flares up in little spots.
Mm-hmm.
So I found this, let me say, I found this lotion. I
Mm-hmm.
was just looking at something and it popped up.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I'm going to try it because it was the shampoo
Mm-hmm.
and it was some kind of lotion that you put on your body.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see, because I did buy the honey one from Walmart,
Mm-hmm.
but I found it on Amazon too.
Mm-hmm.
It was the lotion and it was the body wash and they
Mm-hmm.
help. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So as you said, those things we put on our bodies.
Yeah, I've been on the green beauty path, and more so after breast cancer. I mean, I went as far as cleaning products, I was just
Mm-hmm.
going after things that were non-toxic skincare, uh
Yes.
cleaning products, things I used in my hair, my makeup, the things I put on my body, just anything that could affect me as a cancer patient, because our immune system is compromised, so
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, well, let's go back to that. The compromise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you didn't have chemo, right?
No.
Then mine was compromised. Tamika was compromised, but once you stop it, it's not compromised anymore.
No, but I'm saying even with radiation, all of that weakens our body. And then even they would tell us not to take like vitamin C, things that were good for our body. So during that period, our bodies still were compromised with the radiation. It's not like chemo because I did not have that, but we still had to watch what we put on our body, and again, all these things are linked to cancer. So whether we're compromised or not, it's still a good habit to have, to just go green and the clean beauty products or products in general.
And see, you could go green, but I still have to look at the parabens. That's the thing. And the parabens have these other names to it. So the doctor was like, walk around with this paper and you'll see that there are parabens and all of this stuff. So
Yeah.
that's my issue.
Oh, okay. Well, I
Yeah.
don't like parabens anyway. Even in hair products, I wasn't using hair care products with paraben in it.
But
Even
parabens, they're to preserve the products.
yeah.
So it's not a bad thing. It's just that for my diagnosis with the eczema and the allergies, that was the thing I came up allergic to. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Wow.
Yeah, if you do,
Even the doctor was shocked. She was
yeah.
like, parabens? Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, I know with the hair products that I was using, I did switch out. I know when I was going through the chemo and I had um the barber shave my head, in my mind, okay, I have no hair up here no more. How do I do my hair care? I have no hair. And he was like, just imagine if you still had hair. He said, because you still have hair follicles. So he told me to make sure I wash and condition my scalp as much as possible. So what I did, because I have eczema, I didn't even know Aveeno had a hair care line. And that's what I used during my chemo treatment was the Aveeno hair care line. And I still use Dove. I've been using Dove for years, but
Me
the
too.
hair care line I was doing the Aveeno, and it literally helped. Not just it wasn't just the oatmeal. They had different um brands, but that paraben free, the cruelty free, all those different things are what you have to look for on the side or on the back of your products.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ever since I learned about the hair dye, I've been telling everybody, don't dye your hair now.
Well, now the hair dye, if you now a lot of people don't like going around with their gray. I have embraced my gray. I'm okay with wearing my gray. But
But
if
when
I
mine
want to,
was here, I embraced it too. I liked it.
I embrace my gray, but I do play around with the color. As I am, it's paraben free, cruelty free, and it's not a permanent color. It's a like a color
It's a
curl.
semi-perm.
Yeah, not even a semi perm. It's temporary color. I can put it in today and wash it out tonight, and it'll be out. So
Oh,
that's what I do. I play around with the colors, especially with my hair being short now. I like to, kind of
you
spice it
took your
up.
dreads off?
Well, my dreads, remember when I had chemo, it fell out. My dreads fell out
Oh,
first. And then my hair, of course, started growing back. And then it got hot. And I'm like, I'm 49. I want a new look. So I was like, okay, I want to go back short again.
I
So I
like your hair like that.
thank you,
Hmm.
thank you. So I went on and had my hairstylist Takia. She cut it in a cute little size. She did not want to cut it. She was like, oh, I didn't know your hair had grew back this much. And I said, yeah, I need you to cut it. And I was like, yeah, I
But
want to
it
cut
looks
it.
nice. It fits you.
Thank you, thank
It
you.
fits your face.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
But
I
the
like it.
as I am products that
But I don't
I
have no
am
hair,
a
so I don't have to worry.
I am a advocate of as I am products, not just they dye. I use their conditioner. I am a product user.
Oh,
You
I
said it's
think,
called As I Am?
Yes,
yeah.
it's called as I am.
'Cause
So
they have this
Liz,
hair butter, and
yeah, they have a whole bunch of different
the hair butter is
stuff.
good if you have curly hair.
Yes,
It's
yes,
really good. I used to
yes.
use it when I had hair, so that's why I know about As I Am.
Yes, yes. And
Oh,
the
okay.
Shea moisturizer as well is good too. They have changed their products over the years where it's paraben free, cruelty free. So those are the two products that I use. And how I found out about As I Am when my hair was growing back. And I wanted to, spice it up, but I said, oh, I don't want to do no dye. And I met Lizzie Lip I don't know, I can't pronounce the last name, I want to pronounce it wrong. But Lindsay from Survive Her, I had met
Yeah.
her at one of her events and she was telling me about As I Am. So ever since she told me that, I've been using their products ever since.
Yeah, it's in what's it, brown? The jar was brown when I was getting it.
Yeah, they have a
Oh,
brown jar and they have different they have the Jamaican casserole, they have peppermint, they got tea tree. It's like a dip, like it's a line. So like for the Jamaican black casserole, they have the shampoo and conditioner, then they have a spray leave-in conditioner, and it's just that product. And then if you go to like maybe the tea tree, they have the tea tree shampoo conditioner and the leave-in condition. So it's all like different products, but it's still as I am in the
Oh,
brown bottles.
I
Yes.
yeah,
haven't
that's
heard of
why I
that
know
one.
it's brown.
Mm-hmm.
I had used Not Your Mother's for some while, and then
Mm-hmm.
I started just making my own products, and I can't use tea tree. It tear my scalp up. It's so bad. I have to use peppermint oil.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes,
Oh, so the tea tree, that's what it dries your scalp out, right?
It
yeah.
don't dry my scalp out. It just itch like crazy. My
And that's probably
grandchildren
what was
can't use it
happening
either.
because I put some in my hair and I was like, why is it itching?
Because you allergic to it. My friend, I have my best friend, she was trying to do her own products. Well, she did started doing her own hair products, and she said she kept putting the black castor oil in it and was wondering why is her head on fire. And so when she took that out, she was like, that's the ingredient that's irritating my skin. So she can't do any form of black castor oil at all. She can do all the other oils but can't do at
Oh,
all.
because it has that tea tree oil in it. I mean that's what the tea tree is what makes it itch that.
Right. It's the certain oils don't work with everybody. Even though it may be good for hair growth, but it may not be good for your head or your skin because
Right.
it's all about the ingredients that's in it may be affecting your particular
Because when
skin.
I put it in, I was like, damn, my head is itching.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
got up in the morning, I washed it, I put some more back in there, went to work, and I was like, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
And then I washed it and I didn't put it back in there anymore.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So then that's what was making it really itch.
Yeah, I
Yes.
can't mess with tea tree at all. I
Mm-hmm.
was ready
Oh,
to. I was digging my scalp out.
Ooh, no. No, no, no.
well, at least you ain't lose your hair, Zaynab. You know, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't go
You
through.
weren't a victim of hair loss.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Let me tell you something. So I noticed after radiation, and
Mm-hmm.
I've been meaning to ask people this too, and it was one of my questions before.
Okay.
After radiation, like I was never like a hairy person, like on my body, but I don't have to like get my. I don't shave my arms anymore. I don't really have to shave my legs. Like maybe once a month, I'll see like maybe 10 hairs just in 10 little different spots, even down there. Like after my radiation, I just hair don't grow back on my body. But I do get like 5 or 6 chin hairs now that I just pluck. They don't come back. They say when you pluck them, it grows back more. But I just pluck them like once a month too and just shave. I don't even have to get waxed anymore because the hair rarely grow.
Well, it's not just with radiation. That's even with me not having radiation, but I had chemo. My armpits before breast cancer and chemo, it used to get hairy, hairy. Now it's barely any hair that comes back in that area. It just
You think
be
it's
like
from
a,
menopause?
I don't
I'm thinking
know.
that, well, menopause
It might
makes
be
your hair fall
menopause.
out, you know.
Oh,
It'll, yeah,
so will
menopause,
it
because
be?
that's
So
when
if
I noticed that my hair was falling out because I had alopecia. So
uh,
that was like, say, when I was in my 30s, I went and got the shots. My hair grew back really nice.
mm,
I mean, all over here.
mm,
Then when I got into my 40s, I went back to well, maybe my 40s, almost 50s. And I'm asking this doctor, does menopause make your hair fall out? And she said, yes, because your
mm.
hormones are changing.
Okay.
No, I knew
Yes.
that it
That's the
thinned your
only
hair, but
place
I
he
didn't
does.
know that it make it come out. Because my hair don't even grow under my underarms either. Like
That's what
that's
I
Nah,
said.
that's a done deal for me.
Yeah, my underarm hair is like mm, almost null and void. Now it'll grow in the other area, but my underarms, it's like I'm used to, after a certain time you ain't cut, it's almost like an
yeah.
afro. But
Yeah.
it's not like that anymore. It's not like that anymore. And I
Mine went
was
from
wondering
fine
the
to
same
nothing.
thing.
Don't feel bad, Zaynab. Mine don't grow either.
Girl, I'm not mad about that. I
Oh, I
hate hair
ain't
on my
mad about
body.
it. I just was wondering, like,
Yeah.
like you said, is it the menopause? Is it the chemo? Is it the radiation? Or,
But I
you
think we've gone through a lot of stuff.
hmm hmm
Not just, well, I already had went through menopause
Okay, okay.
before I got breast cancer. So my hair started thinning out. Here goes our a special guest. Look who it is.
Who is it?
Yes, ma'am. But anyway, she gonna hop right on in there. There she is. Ah,
How y'all doing?
hey,
Yeah,
All
that's
right,
all
how
why
right.
my
you
mind done
doing?
Hey.
fluttered. My mind done fluttered and went somewhere, and I'm like, hold on, what time is it?
It's that time. It's that time. But anyway, like I was saying, when I went through menopause, my hair just started thinning out. So I went back to dermatologist. She gave me those shots, told me to put Rogaine in it.
Mm,
Nothing. Now,
mm,
when I used Rogaine, it worked. It
mm,
actually made my hair grow.
mm, mm,
But then it didn't. Then when I lost my hair and I went to the dermatologist at Sloan Kettering, and they were like, well, put some Rogaine in your hair so it will grow back. It grew back, but then I took that a national, what's that? Esomesitine and Lexapro.
mm.
And Lexapro was what made my hair start thinning out.
Oh, wow.
No, not Lexapro. Yeah, it was
Letrozole.
Letrozole. That's when my hair up here, it began to get that male ball pattern here.
Mm,
And I kept asking them, I'm like, you sure? And they were like, I don't think so. I said, you look it up. And I told her that's what was happening. So I just shaved it all off. I mean, I didn't want to,
you
because I love
look
my
good. You
hair.
rocking it. You look good.
Thank you. But
You rocking it.
I told you when you vain and you like
Yeah,
your hair,
yeah, yeah.
and I said God took care of that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So now after I finish the medicine, it should grow back.
Yeah,
But
that's what they told us. And
yeah,
it's funny that you say vain because I wrote about that in my book. That was like one of my questions to my doctor. I said, am I going to lose my hair or my eyebrows?
that was the first question came out of my mouth. I didn't
Yeah.
ask about side effects.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's wrong.
ask about how long. First question was, am I gonna, when she said the protocol, chemo, I said, so let me ask you, am I gonna lose my hair? She was like, after the second treatment, your hair is going to come out.
Mm. Oh,
She
yours
wasn't
was second
lying.
treatment. It came after the second treatment.
Yep, it's so,
Okay.
I could just rub my hair and it came out.
Well, mine was on the first. I hadn't even had the second one yet.
Because you had the,
Red, red,
blood of
red,
Jesus on
red,
you.
Red Riding Hood. That's what I
Yeah,
had.
the blood of Jesus. You had that pouring over
I
you.
had Red Riding Hood.
Yeah. I didn't have that. I had
Yeah.
other things, but
Hmm.
I don't know if you experienced pain, but my head was in pain.
No, I didn't experience pain, but when my hair, it almost felt like, you know how you have Velcro? That's
Yeah.
literally how it felt with my dread coming out. It was almost like it felt like a Velcro coming away from my head, like it was like
Oh,
a static
so
type.
you didn't cut your hair
At,
before,
not at first, no.
oh,
I was still, trying to, keep it
trying to
together,
rock that
styling.
hairstyle, right?
Yeah, and because my dress was long, it was down my back.
Oh,
And it literally, I had braided them. I never forget, it was my birthday. God rest my cousin's soul. They did a virtual um birthday party for me, her, and my sister. And I want to say it was like on a Wednesday or Thursday. We having fun and stuff. I had braided my dreads. It was so cute. And then that Saturday, my sister, my older sister Ann, that was on the call, she was on her way here. So I said, well, let me just take down my dreads. And they was, because I know once you braid them and they wave up. So once I unbraided them, one came out, and I was like, oh Lord. And then I said, okay, well, that's just one. Then, in my mind, that's just one. And so I, kind of was taking the other one, and then I did this. Just did this, and another one came out. I said, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So, but the thing about it is that you already know it's gonna happen, but it's the instant when it happened. And you just like, oh my God. And I just burst out crying. I was uncontrollable. And then I said, okay, you got to get it together. You got to go pick up your sister. So my sister, once she got here to Houston, and she called me, and I said, sis, my hair coming out, my hair coming out. She said, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And she said, well, she said, where is it coming out at? And I told her, and she said, well, just pull the rest of them down. Just pull the rest of them down over it. And we'll talk about, what you want to do. I said, no, I'm gonna just go ahead and get them cut today. So when I picked her up, I kind of like, baby, I'm baby sis. So I was kind of, sealing my feelings. So we did some running around. And at that time, my significant other, his barber waited to closing, and he told me to come to the shop. And he started, cutting it off for me. And I cried in the chair because I was like, oh my God, you prepared, but you're not prepared. It's a
Right.
totally
See, I
different.
had forewarning
Yeah, yeah.
from the gastroenterologist, the
Mm-hmm.
secretary,
Mm-hmm.
and she knew what I was going through. She was like, I'm gonna tell you as a friend, before you go through that, cut your hair down more. Because
Mm-hmm.
she said when she had it, she looked in the bed and all her long hair was in the bed. And she cried and cried. So I was prepared, but I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't that prepared.
Mm-hmm.
It was short, but I was like, is it gonna come out?
I think
But
it's gonna
I
come out
told
that
the
quick
doctor
though.
to touch my head during that time, it was painful. The worst thing ever, just to touch it. It hurt. And she was shocked because she was like, she never had that before. Mine hurt. So Miss Teague and Miss Tequila, what you been up to, Mama?
Well,
Tell them
just
what you've been up
got
today.
approved for this surgery today, so that's all. I've been waiting for the primary care to release me to have this deep flap. So finally got it set in stone. Everything is everything now.
And you glowing and everything. Look at you.
Look, come on
Right.
over to the deep side.
So when is your surgery?
June 16th.
Oh, June 16th. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, when I
All
went
right.
through my process, my oncologist, she was so nice, man. She is so nice. She just a real relatable person. She actually told me, I want you to try to keep your hair. We got a cooling cap
Mm-hmm.
process that's through the
Oh,
hospital, and I want you to try to keep your hair. And I had already did some research on it, and saw that the way that the hospital did it was way more expensive. It was less effective, and I ended up doing some research and got a scholarship because it's like it's like $200 a treatment for them to do it.
Yeah, yeah,
really?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
and
It's
then not to
expensive.
mention, yeah, not to mention the cost of like I ended up going, I guess the manual route where you got to do this dry ice system, and the
Mm-hmm.
dry ice was like $75 for the entire time that you needed to switch these caps, which was every hour while you were sitting in the
Oh,
chair. And so I was just like, well, since I found a way and won a scholarship, I'm gonna give it a try, even though I was already prepared, like Francis said in her mind. And it was different with the locks, but what I noticed was it was easier for the cap to get in the top of my head, but not where the thickness of your hair is when you got locks. And my locks was to my shoulder, so I was keeping the hair on the top, but the back would just be. People would be stopping me and be like, "Ma'am, I don't want to. I'm embarrassed to give you this, but your hair fell out." Like
oh,
Hmm.
tracks of hair would be falling in places. I would go, and I
wow.
would just be like, "Man!" And one day I was just like, it was so hot here, and I could feel the sweat beads in my scalp where the gaps of hair was missing. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just kind of over it, even trying, because it was almost like the hair started to get that was when I guess I realized every part of your body is its own self. My hair
Mm-hmm.
started to like free form lock, and I had micro sister locks, but it was
Mm-hmm.
trying to free form lock to keep from falling out. They were
Oh
literally
wow.
like connected to each other, trying
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
survive and not fall
Mm-hmm.
out of my head. Or I guess like trying to get life from one another. So I started having like these patches of micro locks that was trying to survive that, and then other patches were single where the other ones had slipped off already. So it was just a real weird experience of just seeing like your hair start to like it was like that hair was almost kind of like a scalp or a scab would be on the
Yes.
floor. It was like
And like
all
when
of
you
it,
pull it, it just sound like
and
like
it was
it's had
patchy.
a.
so weird. I
Yeah.
was just like, forget it. It was, I ain't gonna lie though, to this day right now, I kept my locks. And to this day, right now, I'm just like, you know what? As much as I love that hairdo and wanted to, I enjoyed the experience of it. I was just like, I don't know if I got it in me to go through that all over again with the idea or the possibility of them saying, oh, cancer could come back. I'm just like, forget it. I don't even want to do it because it was way more traumatic than I anticipated. I heard, I think Zainab say something about, being vain or whatnot. And I was kind of the type was like, whatever, I'm used to being bald head, no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But man, going through the process of trying to retain your hair for locks, that's a lot of work. And I didn't anticipate to get so emotionally attached to my hair. So yeah, it
I
was
want
way
to
more
know.
traumatic than I
I want
expected.
to know when my mother got chemo and her hair came out. She didn't have like nappy hair, but when she lost hair and it came back like some curly Puerto Rican
Yes,
hair.
it comes
Yeah,
back curly.
What? So what is
my hair
that
grew
about?
back.
I
They have
don't
white.
know.
My hair grew in white, like literally the color that this is right now. It
Mhm.
literally
Exactly.
grew in white all over, and they were. It's still like that. I always had like coily curls, like those little curls that's at the end of locks that are cute little Susie Q little
Yeah.
curls. That's how
Mm-hmm.
my hair is now. I got big
Now yours
curls
is
in my hair.
straight, right?
And it's straight. It's straight, but they'll turn into big curls. But
Yes.
the blonde will straighten it too, but it's
Mhm.
it's different and it's not as full. I had to go and get which called the micro blading. I've
Yeah.
always had really thick. I've always been like a hairy person. Had very dense hair everywhere. My hair is thinner and it's way more of a looser curl. It's
Mm-hmm.
definitely different. And so that's the other reason why I'm like, I don't even think locks would be the same in my hair because my hair density is nothing. It's not the same.
Exactly. Exactly. Your hair type, when it comes back, most people it does come back curly or it comes back white or a silver color. That's how mine came back. And
Oh, yours
even
came back silver.
yeah, mine came back like I
Mine
was a
grew back
silverback.
curly.
It was
Mm.
It
curly.
grew
That's
back
that's why I
curly.
had to try to straighten it. Even when I had it grew all the way back, I was like, I don't even want to straighten it. I don't even want to take that curl pattern. So now, even with it being short like this, I'm still able to get that little bounce of a curl to it. And yeah, it comes back that way. Yeah.
That was one
Mhm.
of the perks. I ain't gonna even lie, because I've always
Yeah.
had that kinky, coily, dense hair. So,
Yeah.
and I loved it,
Now
but
it's
it
not
was
like that
toxic too.
anymore.
Yeah, and so now I'm just like, whatever. I had them faux locks in my hair,
Mm.
and being in Florida, I was just like, you know what? This whole hair scenario, I'm over it. That's why I just said, forget it. Let me just go on and go back to what I know, and that's normally wearing my hair cut low like this.
Mhm.
But I will just, just let it
But
do
you
its
look
own thing.
nice like that. I like
Oh
that.
Yeah,
It's
my
it looks
mother wore
good.
her hair like you, Tequila, and that same color blonde, and
Yes,
she had this little
It's
head and face
true.
for it, and
But your
everybody.
mother's hair, it grew back white, right?
No, it
your
was
mom's hair,
like
hers was
no,
white too, then now.
huh? No,
Your
hers
mom's
hers
hair grew
didn't
back
come back.
white too.
No, hers didn't come back white. She dyed it that color. Hers
Oh,
was
she died.
coming back,
Oh,
but
it didn't come
yeah,
back.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
it didn't come back white, but it came back like some fine baby hair before
yeah.
it got thicker, and she couldn't wait to dye it again. My mother had been wearing her hair like that since she had my little sister. It was one
Mhm.
summer, and she said, you know what? She was miserable and pregnant. She cut her hair off, and she'd been wearing it short. And I remember us being in school, and I was like, it was like the lesbians wore their hair like that. And
Yes,
I
I
was
used to
like,
get
oh my
that
gosh.
same.
I said, I'm not getting in trouble in school. My mom gonna come to school. They're gonna think my mom a lesbian. Way back then, but
Right.
everybody gave her compliments. But me and my brothers, we didn't like it.
No, that's how people did me too, girl. Because I've worn my hair cut off like this off and on since I was about 15. And people
Mhm.
would always be like, that's how lesbians wear. I'd be like, really? Okay, whatever. Like,
Right, right.
Yeah,
And,
my
and
people love my mom.
another caveat for hair growing back after chemo or radiation. When it grows back, I know at one point I was saying, okay, my hair done grew back. I can get braids. I can do this. And it was a lady that told me, no, you need to wait because she said your hair is not ready for that yet. You don't want the tension and all that to be pulling on your hair because it'll put it right back out. And so I waited a little bit, and then when I started getting braids, I tried to get like the thicker braids. And it was another survivor. We was talking about that where your hair, because of the pattern that it came back, it literally will come out of the braid. Like it's not, it's like it's saying, no, I don't want to braid with the braid. I just want to be on my own. And so she said what she did was had hers braided, her actual hair braided, and then had them to braid a braid on
On top
top
of
of that
it.
to keep it together. But
No,
that was one of the things that I did experience with getting braids is that I had like little pieces of my hair that would just stick out because it was just like, no, I don't want to be braided. I don't want to be braided. I don't want to be
and
braided.
with my hair
I
coming back with
never
those
got that
curls,
opportunity.
when my hair was
I
coming back
never
with those
got the
curls, I noticed
opportunity
like
to get
every
the
couple of
braids.
weeks it would get thicker. It would just kind of, like the density of it would change. Like, how they'd be like, oh, get some hair weave that's 100% density, 120%
Mm,
density. So I did exactly what you did. I went against the grain and got those faux locks. Not the last time y'all saw me with them, but I had had them before that because I was starting a new job.
mm,
Them things hurt my head so bad. And I could tell it was because my hair density hadn't fully grew in. And because my hair came in white at first, it came in white, then it came in like a charcoal or something, then it was silver. I could
mm,
see how it was just getting thicker and thicker, and the curls was just, kind of coming in. And I know now I moved too quick because my scalp
mhm,
was hurt.
mhm,
Like
mhm,
Francis was
mhm,
saying, it was
mhm.
literally hurting, like almost like how you have that feel that one piece of hair that's being
Mhm,
pulled in the back of your,
mhm,
it felt like that
mhm.
all over my head because I think I tried to do something to my hair too quick to wear it to work.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it felt like it was just sore, right?
Mhm.
You
It was
just
hurt.
couldn't touch it. Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was hurting. I was
yeah.
like, this is
Your
crazy.
hair came out after the first treatment too, Tequila?
No, it
After
actually,
your first
no, it didn't. And I had the quote unquote red. I like all the watermelon sugar.
red devil too.
Yeah, I had the watermelon sugar too. And look, after that first treatment, I was like, this ain't nothing. I don't know what people be talking about.
Talking
This gonna be a
about this
breakout.
ain't nothing.
Yada yada yada. I was good. I had the first that next treatment, y'all. I taught uh uh people for Wayfair.
Mm,
I was so disoriented that next go round that I woke up in a Zoom room, and scared the hell out of myself because I had put myself in a Zoom room by myself because I
mm,
had got so disoriented in class. And I woke up and I saw myself in the Zoom room. Was like, who the hell is this in here with me? How they get in here? So by that time, that's when that was the second round. So by the third time that I had that treatment, that was when I started to feel the effects of everything. I started to lose everything. But believe it or not, I lost my hair from the watermelon sugar red, that whatever you want to call it, my hair on my head. But I didn't lose the hair, my eyelashes and my eyebrows and all that stuff until I got on the Taxol.
Oh.
Mm.
Because by the fourth round, because I only had to have 4 rounds of the red devil, but then I had to have 12 rounds of the Taxol.
mm,
That
I had
that
that. I
Taxol
think the
came.
Taxol is what does it.
That
mm.
Taxol came and cleaned up house, had me like a hairless cat around here, feeling
And
everything.
that's
That's
what I
what
had, that
I
Taxol.
was like. I look like a whole alien up in here.
Yes, yes.
Because in my mind, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be Gucci as long as I got some eyebrows, as long as I got some lashes. And
Mm-mm.
by the time I had that second Taxol, I remember going to get a refill on my lashes. Within a day, half of the lashes had fell off.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it was in my mind, I thought I had already went through whatever needed to be, that was
Everything.
going to happen
Hmm.
from the Red Devil. I didn't realize the Taxol was going to come and be Mr.
Yes.
Clean behind all of that. It took everything. And it's funny because still to this day, I don't grow hair in my armpits.
We just talked
Yeah,
We
about
were
we
we
just
just
talking
talked
just
about
about
talked
that.
about that. We
You
just talked
and
about
it's
that.
funny because
Yes.
it's definitely not in the one that I had the surgery on, and it's
Mhm.
only half on the other.
We
And
just
I
talked
don't have
about
to wear
that.
deodorant
Hmm.
at all.
Yeah, and
Like I
Hmm.
that's
only put
crazy.
a
I didn't
little
even
bit
have
on.
chemo, and my hair is not growing back. The only thing, with the letrozole, it says that, your hair will thin. My hair started thinning, but my scalp, it was just like very tender. Only when I would comb it, my ends would be so tangled. So as I'm trying to comb it, I can feel it like pulling on my scalp. So I got to
Pulling
really
your
like
head.
hold my hair in my fist and just go up it. But my
Oh,
scalp was tender. And I was like, wait a minute. I know this is something that people who go through chemo have, but my hair, it was thinning. My scalp was sore, but not, it
this
was
is from
only
which
when I
drug?
was trying to pull it. But it started growing back in. Is way thicker than what it was, but it was thinning and it was tangling real bad. And then
From which drug?
letrozole.
The shot that turned the shot,
No,
right?
No, not
letrozole
the
was
shot.
that pill. That's the
The
same thing
pill,
I
the
was
5 year
telling you.
pill that I have to take. That's one of the side effects, thinning hair. But
Mm.
I've been on it for what is, let me see. It's going on what, 3 years now since I've been taking a pill. I switched from one thing. What was the first one, Francis?
First, you had a
Amoxicillin.
nastrozole, what I take now.
Anastrozole,
A
anastrozole
natural.
for a year, and then letrozole. It'll be 3 years and next month that I've been on it. So I have 2 more years of it, but my
Okay.
hair started thinning and tangling up real
Yep.
bad. And then it was turning like, it was looking like ashes. I'm like, wait a minute. My hair is sandy brown reddish, but it was looking like this, like a dark brown ashy color. It looked crazy.
And
And
that's
my
funny because my
eyebrows are
hair,
thinner, my
my hair turned
eyelashes are
color too.
shorter, and I
Yep.
have like 5 or 6 hairs on my chin now that I have to keep plucking. But hair
I
Yep.
don't
nowhere
mean
is
to
on my
laugh, but
body.
I
that's
found a
funny.
new one on the side of my face the other day that just make me feel like I'm a whole man with a beard because it's always annoying me. I'm like, oh, I just find myself in a deep stare, like, okay. And this one hair that's just coarse. I'm like, this is
Yes.
hair on my body right now. What the hell? This one.
Yeah. And it hurts
Oh,
to pluck it.
which one did you have? Was it? Was yours ER positive or like triple
Who,
negative?
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, estrogen receptor positive.
Wow.
She
Okay.
only
And was
has
it?
one though. You
I
have
know. I
all
knew that.
three,
I
right?
knew that. Is that considered? Is that drug considered a AI?
Yeah.
Artemis?
Yep.
It's an AI.
Yep.
I never heard of it. Okay. Okay. Wow.
It
It's for
falls
people
under the
already
line
in
with
menopause.
esomesitane
Okay, that makes sense.
and anastrozole and letrozole.
Okay. I
They
now
are
I
all
understand.
in the
Okay.
same family.
Got you. Okay. You
Okay.
said it's for people okay. I totally
Already.
get you.
Yeah. Remember, I was in a medically induced menopause, what, 2 months before I was diagnosed? December. Yeah, two
Mm.
months before I was
Okay.
diagnosed.
Okay. Okay. That makes okay. That's why I'm like,
And
I
I'm
never
on the third one that Zaynab had first. So I take anastrozole. I don't try them all
why do they keep moving yours? Like why do they change
because I had severe pain from esomesitane.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Mine
Severe.
was
I mean,
different.
you talk about pain. Oh, pain.
So
A lot of pain.
Francis,
I was on it for 4 years, I believe.
Francis started with letrozole and switched to anastrozole, right?
No, I have to esomesitane.
Oh, okay. So I started with anastrozole because you hated letrozole, right?
Right, right.
Yeah.
That's when I
And
told
I
you
don't
my
have
hair
any
was
effects
thinning
with
out.
letrozole. I hated anastrozole. I was in so much pain. I couldn't move. I thought I was going to die. I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? Then when they switched me to letrozole, I don't have any side effects other than my, um, no, except for my cognitive impairment.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think that probably come with all of them. And see, I
Yeah.
started with tamoxifen and didn't have, and I was only for a couple of months, and
Mm.
then I switched to exemestane, and I could definitely feel the effects of it with my joints
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep.
than tamoxifen.
But
Mm.
you know what I found out when I was taking it? Something happened when I would sit out in the sun. It
Mm.
was affecting my skin too.
Mm. Yeah, I can
Wow.
believe it.
Where it has like blotches now, where I'm like, where did this come from?
Really, my
Okay,
bones
so
feel so good sunbathing. Oh my gosh.
what,
Mm.
Like it's
what
warming my bones up. It feels so good.
sunbathing?
Yes.
Oh, I'm addicted to it, like for real. I'm with you on
Yes.
that. It feels so. It's almost like it's water to me.
Yes.
I crave it.
What, the sun?
Yes.
Yes, yes. It's like I crave it, and then yeah, like if I don't have it, I start mentally like declining.
But
Oh,
we
wow.
need it, we need that sun.
Excuse me. Mm-hmm.
But for me sitting out there because I have eczema, I'll
Mm-hmm.
be able to.
Well, I
Gotcha.
I
know.
will not, just like everybody will ask me, why do I wear that a wrap in the summertime? Because
Mhm.
I'm bald and the sun
Once
is
you hit the sun,
affecting
once
it.
the sun hit it, yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
but they're not
So
hot. People wear that year round in Africa
But you know, ignorant people, they don't understand.
and
yeah,
Muslims, it's not hot
it's
at
not.
all.
Mm-mm. Now I will say
But
this:
when you
I
having a
noticed some
hot
medicine.
flash, Zainab,
Mhm.
it's hot.
I burn way more easily now because of those drugs. And I stay
That's
yes,
what I
burnt
was
a
saying.
little longer. Yeah.
yes,
Now that I
yes,
definitely do. I always used to kind of like burn in certain areas, but my legs and it's I know it's different because when I know my feet. It's different because when I was on the treatment, you know how your feet and your hands get all dark from
Hmm.
the
mm-hmm,
all that.
mm-hmm.
Yes.
The hyperpigmentation. Mm-hmm.
Because I noticed that after a while, I was like, why are my feet dark?
Yeah,
The
it's the
bottom of the feet,
hyperpigmentation
too.
because of the melanin in our skin. When we take certain medications, it will make us darker.
Yes.
Even with, like you were saying, the sun, with me having eczema, and it wasn't even just eczema. I was like right after treatment when I was starting to go back to work, working from home, and it was cool, so I would have the space heater on. And one day I just looked at my leg and I'm like, why I look like I'm burnt? Like what, I'm thinking I done had a whole rash, and my sister was like, it might be because of the space heater is hitting it. And that's
Mhm.
literally, I went to the dermatologist and they did a skin biopsy and everything. And they said that's what it was, is that the actual rays from the space heater was affecting my skin.
Well,
It literally looked like
I
like I
understand that.
had radiation and I did.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm, mm, mm.
The
yeah.
radiation affects us in different ways. We don't even know it.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
I just
mean,
learned too today, y'all, that I don't know if any of you all had to take those shots for the white blood cell count at any
no,
point during your treatment.
I
no,
did.
I had Neulasta, that
The
patch.
same thing, the Neulasta
Yeah,
too. Yep,
that's
that
what I had.
I had
Yes.
Neulasta and I had to take those GCF something, they little shot go in your gut.
Yes.
Um, that those have a high incidence of contributing to secondary cancers.
Wow.
Wow.
Really.
Wow. Wow. I wouldn't be surprised. I
Not
wouldn't
at
be surprised.
all. And
I wouldn't be
they
surprised.
create aggressiveness in the proliferation, quote unquote, growth apparently
Wow.
of
Mhm.
your return of your cancer. I'm just like these
You
people.
can't win for losing with
And
this.
win for losing. It's literally
Mm-mm.
like you're getting treatment that's killing everything. Like it literally kills everything in your body
Right.
just for
Yeah.
it to heal. But it breaks everything down, and sometimes
Mhm,
it does not build back up. And you're just like when Zaynab was talking about the immune system. Once you have been through chemo, it literally, it's like it's gonna take a minute for your body to adjust back to what
Right.
is going on, and not even just the chemo with the drugs that you guys are taking outside of that. It still it still goes against your immune system. It still breaks you down. So you are susceptible to infections and colds more quicker than the average person,
Well,
or the
praise the Lord.
flu.
I haven't had that problem. Thank God.
Yes,
I
and
haven't gotten
COVID
sick.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, I haven't gotten sick, but I
Mhm,
know that some of the side effects that was alarming to me is from the letrozole and anastrozole is heart attack,
mhm,
stroke,
mhm,
early onset dementia, hair loss,
mhm,
vaginal bleeding. I'm like, wait a
mhm,
minute, all of this to keep cancer at bay, but I could
mhm,
still die from all these things. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was so stressful reading
mhm,
doing this research on this to put it in my book. I was like, oh my gosh, it was so overwhelming. I want to ask for something else. And some women
mhm.
opt to not even take this for
yeah,
5 years.
yeah,
I said, no, I'm
And do
gonna
you
go
like,
ahead and
at
see how
first it made me want to, at first I'm saying that I'm learning what, like how it trickled down with you. It made me like, why wouldn't somebody want to do something to help prevent them, you know what I mean, from being
hmm
in a situation like this again? And as I went down those rabbit holes, I was like, this is madness. This feel like them commercials that used to come on TV when we was kids. There will be anal itching, eye scratching,
And they
look,
still come
tongue
on.
beaking.
Look, and they still come
They
on.
do, but now they don't, and they say it real so fast you don't even hear it now. You know what I mean? I'm
And
just
even
like,
Keytruda, what they use as the immunotherapy, it says that with the Keytruda,
it
it
does.
goes
I
through
saw it.
all the different side effects
It's
that
crazy
everybody.
Mhm.
how they have these drugs and they show you the side effects, and it's like,
Mhm.
why do I really want to take this stuff if I'm
Right,
gonna
and
have
it's
these
just
problems?
like,
Well, it's
okay,
a probability.
right,
Yeah.
exactly,
Because everybody doesn't get the side effects.
correct.
Yeah.
And everybody don't get the same side effects.
Right.
Most people gonna get some form of a side effect, but just
Mhm.
not the same ones.
So did you have to Tamika take Verzenio?
No.
Oh, you were triple
That
though, right? You were
Yeah, I
triple
was
negative.
triple
he's
negative.
triple
That's
Yeah,
negative.
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Okay. Okay. I just
yeah.
thought about
All
that
my
because
stuff was in my chemo treatment. All the different cocktails with
so
with the Keytruda on top of it.
mhm. So
Mocktails.
I
Yeah,
couldn't
the
take one of
cocktails.
the drugs that they trying to have me that they supposed to be in place for the ERPR positive because the radiation and the chemo has made me have neutropenia.
What's
And
Mm,
what a lot of people, I guess, may or may not be aware of is those drugs create neutropenia. So I couldn't even take some of the medicines that would be recommended because of
mhm.
how bad the side effects are and how basically they make you immune compromised.
what is neutropenia?
It has
Neutropenia,
a low blood count.
Yeah,
Oh,
low white blood
Yeah,
white
your
blood
cells
count.
white blood cells are
specifically. So
low.
your immune system that is in place for your white blood cell count to keep you from being sick is supposed
Mhm,
to be at about 4,000.
mhm,
Like that's the number, 4,000. Mine sits comfortably at 600.
mm,
And that's technically considered dangerous, but that
mm,
happens to be my baseline. And
mhm.
most black women specifically are already in a space of low neutropenia. Like we're lower than average. And I just
Correct.
actually have just learned that it's tied to our gut health because we process food slower in our gut health. So it creates this whole domino effect of why, our bone marrow doesn't produce at the rate that it should. But we aren't in the same position of being compromised. Like a lot of us don't get sick the same way as some of our other counterparts who would
Mhm.
be if they had the same low white blood cell count as us, they would be in more harm's way than we would. Our bodies have learned to adapt to the issue or whatever. So but with it, like they always tell me, if I get sick, I have to go to the hospital because I already have such a very low defense system in place that now I can't take that medication because that medication, one of the main side effects that's supposed to help keep me from getting cancer is it reduces your white blood cell count. And I don't have the room to take the hit. So I couldn't even take the drug. I'm just like, this is madness. Y'all got to
So
come up with
you're
something else.
saying, but you know what? It's funny you should say that because every time I go for blood work, that's always it, that it's low.
Yep.
Yeah,
The white.
And
yeah.
then, like, I had a colonoscopy, and the doctor was like, it looks like you might be anemic.
Mhm.
Now, what's
So,
funny is anemia and neutropenia actually are two different things, but they
It
both
is.
black women are predominantly impacted. Black and Asian women are predominantly impacted by them both. So anemia for us normally shows up because we have fibroids and our periods are pulling on them. It really impacts
Correct.
us that way. Really, like that's how it normally shows up a lot for us. But anemia for our counterparts typically is like they got colon cancer or something because their body is leaking blood somewhere that is not obvious. They
Mhm.
losing blood somewhere that's not really obvious. So we have to be looked at differently for that, but we also got to pay attention differently for that very same reason too. But then you also have iron deficiency, which
Mhm.
affects anemia. And
Mhm.
they all of them things are not they're tied together, but they not together at the same time. But so all of us, I'm sure, have had those girlfriends that gotta have ice or
Mhm.
gotta have a cold drink. You know what I mean?
why, what's
And
the ice for?
When
because
you
of
anemic.
anemia. you craving it
You're
some,
anemic.
but
Mm-hmm.
But you
you're
know
not
what?
only
I've
You're
been
craving
drinking
it.
water with a lot of ice these days.
so you gotta have you. It's funny. You're anemic, but it's because not only that you're anemic, it's because you're iron deficient. So
Yeah.
Right.
because you're lacking the iron, you are craving certain things to try to substitute the need for it. And ice is a go-to automatically, and that's why you see a
Especially
lot of
that
pregnant
crushed
women.
ice.
Yep, it's that crushed ice. They get real particular about that ice too.
Oh
Like I
yeah,
know
that crushed ice, baby.
I had to have
Yeah, my mother was like that. I hate
I
ice
had to have
water.
isotonic. Yes. So yeah, so now that I'm getting ready for this deep flap, now I'm thinking about leaning towards Chinese holistic medicine. It's a traditional Chinese medicine because
Right.
they have other things that they've used long before us to actually benefit your white blood cell count in a way that's different than those shots and that what's you was just talking about, Francis,
Oh,
because
the
of now
Neulasta patch.
Neulasta, because of the Neulasta, and that is the weirdest thing ever. So Neulasta, how they describe it, it just grosses me out thinking about it. But Neulasta, y'all, and the other one that I'm talking about is like, you know how now chicken is so big, but it
Mm-hmm.
don't taste like chicken.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That is what Neulasta does to our bodies. And what I mean by that is Neulasta and the other shot basically forces our bone marrow to create white cells be prematurely. And because they creating them prematurely, I don't know if you remember this, Francis, when you were on it, your body will ache because your bones is trying to
Yes,
force
yes.
something quickly. And so it's the same thing that's like a baby chicken. They trying to force this baby chicken to be bigger quicker than it should be. And now you got this big chicken that don't taste like chicken and it look like turkey.
Mm.
That's what Neulasta is
Because that
ultimately.
Neulasta patch, every time I had the chemo,
Okay.
I would get it on there and
Mm.
have to wear it at home till it's all till it runs out.
So that little popping noise happened. That little
Yes,
popping flicker
Oh
thing
my
happened.
yes.
gosh.
But then a day later, I would feel like my skeleton system is like trying to separate itself from the rest of my body.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
It
Oh
that
my.
was
felt
supposed to
so
keep your
weird.
white blood count up.
It's because
Oh
it's in
no.
it's attacking your bone marrow. It's forcing
Yeah.
your bone marrow to create some new cells that ain't ready to be created.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
On,
like with
the
the
Yeah.
only
COVID shot. With that COVID shot, how they put that RNA
Mm-hmm.
in your body, so it will create this COVID immunity when it shouldn't be doing that.
Mm.
It shouldn't be doing that. That's
the
why a lot of
only
people
thing
didn't take it.
The only thing that I experienced, like with my panels, was I had high protein levels, and they kept checking me for lupus and rheumatoid arthritis. I was like, oh my gosh, lupus, what? And and
Yeah.
even still was high. But my oncologist said that she said there's nothing to worry about. They checked you several times. It's not lupus and it's not rheumatoid arthritis because your protein levels are high when you get these things. But she said when you're diagnosed with cancer that can throw it off too and make your levels high. Have any of you ladies
Mhm.
been told that your protein?
My
I checked
protein
that.
level was high on my last set of labs. I've never seen it that high before.
Yeah, they
So
sent me to a
Real.
yeah,
rheumatologist to
yeah.
get checked for lupus. I was like, oh,
Mm.
My
lupus.
lab was what Tequila said it had to do with the blood.
Mm-hmm.
She said
White blood cells.
I had to drink smart water because it had electrolytes in it. So for some reason I was losing that. So
Mm.
yeah, so she tells me to drink smart water for anemia and stuff like that to build back those electrolytes that I was
Mm.
missing.
I
And I
try to
found
drink
out
water with electrolyte like twice a week anyway.
So I
huh?
had I have some similar to what you had, but not lupus though. But that's what they ended up naming my neutropenia, autoimmune. That's what
Mhm.
lupus is. It's an
Yeah,
autoimmune.
Yeah.
They're
yeah.
immune
Right, right,
compromised. Yep.
right, right.
So I have to see the same people but it's for that because they thought I had leukemia
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, they named the
because of
things that you can get with having like high protein. It said it can affect your liver and all that. And I was like, oh my gosh, that was something else that I was going through
that's
in
so
my life.
scary.
It
That's so
It's
is.
scary.
that's what I'm saying. It's so scary, especially when you see the labs but the doctors be like, well, it's not that serious. You're like, no, this saying abnormal, this saying too low, this saying too high. Like
Right.
something just ain't right. Why is it not normal? If it's not
And it takes
normal,
so long though for it to, taper off. You got to think about it. This is what they
Right.
said. I don't know if they ever told you all, but when I did research, every round of chemo that you have, your body needs 2 months to dump it. And that is no different than the medicines that you taking in the pills, because all of those them pills, those the Nastrozol, all of those, they all have a form of chemo in them.
That's
Yeah.
what I always said.
mm-hmm,
They
Even though
all
they
have it in
tell
there.
you they
mm-hmm,
don't, I believe they do.
yeah,
They do.
that's why I
They
said,
have a low
like
form of
say
it in
now,
there.
when I asked you, was you taking a chemo pill, and you said it was no, but every person that I've heard that said that they had to take a pill for 5 years or 10 years, it was a form of a chemo. So that, like
Mm-hmm.
what you just said, it has some form of a chemo in the actual drug itself,
It's
because
just
it,
different levels of it.
yes,
Well, I
yes,
was told that ours is only supposed to suppress our estrogen because
Yep.
it was fueled by or driven by estrogen. So I was told, because I asked my doctor, I said, "Is this a chemo pill?" And she said no. She said that it's not for chemo. It's to suppress our estrogen. So
Mm-hmm.
I
And
always said no. France,
that's
what
the
they
same
tell
thing
you?
they said too. That's the same thing they told me for this last one that I just had to do. And when I went and seen my hematologist, she was like, "Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. They don't consider it to be a chemo drug, but it still got
Oh,
chemo
okay.
in it. It still has
right.
I
It has
believe
chemo
that's what
in
it
it,
is.
right?
It's a form of chemo.
So that's
Yes,
why
Ours
I
is,
still
but
had some
ours
of
are,
those
but see now,
effects.
y'all's though are
exactly.
y'all on the AI drug though. Y'all on a
Yes,
drug that's supposed to be like more like it's supposed to be a smart
yes.
drug where it's
Yeah.
more targeted. So it is more on the side of like it's gonna err on the side of, I'm sure more to it's supposed to grab the extra estrogen,
Mm-hmm.
put it together and help dump it. So it is more that I'm certain. I'm almost sure too, not certain, but I'm almost certain it's more of that than it is like the whole effects of the chemo. But all of the same problems y'all got on the pill and you never had chemo.
Right.
It's the same effects we just talked about
Exactly. The
on the
tender
chemo.
scalp, the hair falling out,
The
That's all
same
I was like,
exact
everything.
what drug
effects.
is you on
The
again?
same
But
exact
remember now,
effects.
she didn't have chemo, but I did.
Right.
See, that's
But
that's
the
what I'm saying.
pill, but the pill that Zainab is saying that she's taking, she's having the same exact effects as she would be with
Well, that's what
chemo.
I used to answer. I said, "You sure this ain't chemo?" And they're like, "No,"
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it was just the hair thing,
Yeah.
and the
Yeah, it's
bones.
crazy.
Now, when I had chemo, I didn't have any pain, nothing. But when I take that medicine, my body was aching. I just didn't like the way it made me feel.
Mhm.
The
Yeah,
esomeprazole, horrible pain, like I was an
really,
old lady. Yeah,
Mhm.
They say it takes
yeah.
really.
time for your body to get used to it. So I'm 3 years in and I don't have any side effects other than, like
Well,
I said,
thank God you didn't,
the
because
It
cognitive
mine,
may,
impairment.
huh?
I said I don't have any side effects other than the cognitive impairment that I always talk about,
Yeah.
how is your
forgetfulness
surgery?
and confusion. And, I've never had a loss for words. And it's so embarrassing. Like I'm trying to say something and I can't remember what I want to say. Tamika, remember, I just like bust
Yeah.
out in tears at Tamika's event. I couldn't.
And I'm
It's
three
so,
years
it's
out,
so
and I still
frustrating.
have the
I
same
have that
issue.
all the
I have
time.
a breastie that I know here. She's 5 years out, and she still have issues with putting words together, putting sentences together. And she'll be
Listen,
like, I forgot," and she gets so frustrated. And I tell her, don't. I understand. Somebody else may not understand, but I understand because
Right.
sometimes
listen.
we
I be
just
in the middle of an argument, having to go off on people at work and be like, you know what? Never mind.
Because you forget,
Never
you
mind.
know what you want
but
to
you done
say.
forgot.
You just
You
Right,
done
can't
forgot what you
formulate.
got to say.
like, right, man.
You know what you want to say.
You be
Right.
You
like,
just can't
you
get it
really know
out
my
the
brother
right
like
way.
that. See something? Because I'm a fraud analyst. So
Mhm.
I'm constantly back and forth with people about lying about their money. If we see you on camera, quit playing. What is you
Oh, you
talking
could
about?
see them?
Oh yeah, when they doing fraud with ATM and all that other crap. Oh yeah,
Oh,
we
so
was.
you
Yeah.
see the people, so you always
Oh
got to
yeah, when you
smile.
Oh,
gotta do the digging
wow.
and all that stuff, and but you can't say that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
So you have to be creative in your choice of accusatory tone. And I be like, sometimes be in my mind, and I don't know if y'all can relate to this, but sometimes I'm dead focused on this conversation, but the conversation will be going on so long, this other part of my brain will float over here
And
mm-hmm,
somewhere
you
else,
drift yeah.
into something else. And then I have to be like, hold on, wait a minute, run it by me again.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Just so that I can be ready to come back with the argument of why I'm gonna say no. So no, I totally get
That's why I
where
tell
you coming
people
from.
that chemo stuff is real with the brain.
It's dangerous.
Yeah,
It's
that
dangerous.
My
chemo stuff is and thank you, Zaynab, for
It's
saying
real,
what you
real,
said
real
about the
thing.
protein because I was literally looking at my labs after I saw the doctor. Oh, you good, you good. And I'm like, but my protein level is high. I ain't
Mhm.
never seen that. And what you just said about what they said, because I'm like, okay, lately I've been having pain in the back of my neck,
Mhm.
and they like, oh, it's just stress. We don't see anything. And I'm like, when you said that, and I know my mom has rheumatoid arthritis, and we have, bone and muscle diseases in my family. So thank you for saying it.
Oh, yeah, let them know you want to get that checked out. They'll send you to a rheumatologist because
Yes.
those autoimmune diseases, it's so many of them that fall under the high protein.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Gotcha.
those are difficult for them
Yes.
to hunker
To
down and call
diagnose,
Yeah.
seeing
yeah.
the things.
Because if
They're
my mom, that's what happened to her. She wasn't fully diagnosed until she literally gave birth to me. And she had been having issues, for years. And they, like you said, just brush her off or no, it's not this, no, it's not that. And then she literally could not get out of the bed, like out of the hospital bed. When after she had me, they literally sent me home with my dad and my siblings, and they had to keep my mom because they was
So
so
like,
your mother
something is
had
going on.
rheumatoid arthritis when you were being born, huh, Tamika?
Yeah, she was having symptoms over the years, but they was brushing her off like, oh, it's nothing this, it's nothing that, and she literally could not. It was almost like she just was bound to the bed. She couldn't get out, and it was like, wait a
Mm.
minute, something's not right, and that's when they actually went in more depth of trying to find out what was wrong with her, and that's when they started saying she had rheumatoid arthritis, polymyositis. It was a slew of things.
You have to get infusions.
Huh?
Does she have to get infusions?
No, she's never, as I've known of, had to get infusions, but um over the years it has gotten better. But my mom, with her rheumatoid arthritis and polymyositis, it was bad. Like really, really bad. Real bad.
mm.
But
Well, to
it's
give y'all
lit
some a way for you to actually cut to the chase with them and kind of get around the whole process, because I'm actually dealing with this with one of my daughters, is you can go right
excuse
to your primary physician and express what you've been having, eat like high protein, this and other, because they're going to hear you completely different from your oncologist.
me. Mm-hmm.
And you can ask for a test called an ANA test,
Yep.
Okay.
and that test will determine if you have. And it's crazy because it's kind of, I guess, similar to how cancer is, where your cancer cell numbers can be at 100 or they can be 50, but it's still considered cancer even if it's at 100 or if it's 50. It just kind of depends on the load. So
Mm-hmm.
you can test on the spectrum with
Mm-hmm.
having an autoimmune, it positively or negatively with that. And that is how they can say immediately, we know you got an autoimmune. Now we got
Mm-hmm.
to figure out what it is, what category it falls in.
So is that
Gotcha.
ANA test blood work?
It is.
It
Okay.
is. But you
But
have
you
to
got to go
ask
to your
for it.
primary. Don't, your oncologist not going to touch it.
No, I go to a
And
Okay.
you have to
primary,
and
trust
you
me.
have to ask
And
for it.
I mean, you could bring it up if you tell them, hey, I believe that I've heard this, I thought that, but I would just literally just say, hey, I protein is high. I
Mm-hmm.
talked to my oncologist. This has been kind of floating in the air. Is there any way that I can get, because if you have the things that point in the direction, and with you, Tamika,
Mm-hmm. Mhm.
because
Family
you have a
history.
family history.
Family history,
That's
right.
it. It's just like
Mhm.
cancer. That's it.
Okay,
As long as it's a family history, it's a
Exactly.
done deal.
Yeah,
got you.
when I was telling them about it, and I said, "Well, how do I find out, what do I have?" And they said, "We're going to refer you to a rheumatologist.
Yep.
They're the ones that, look into the autoimmune diseases." But
Mm-hmm.
Right. And
that
what
left
isn't it something another specialty? I don't forgot that does the autoimmune diseases. I don't forgot what
That's her. That's what she
it,
just talked about. Is
rheumatologist.
the rheumatoid.
endocrinologist.
No,
Don't
that's that. So
You
the
talking about
endocrinologist, look, I gotta see both of
The
them right now, y'all.
endocrinologist does diabetes.
yeah.
They
okay,
does
okay.
so they do diabetes. They also do, which is so crazy to me. But now that I know better, y'all look, I'm kind of crazy. I got my kids all up in everybody damn specialists. So we should have been seeing endocrinologists when
Mhm.
our doctors should have discovered we had high levels of hormone or high levels of other things in our blood that were in excess. So like me and Zaynab having ERP, estrogen positive
Mhm.
cancer,
Mhm.
we should
Mhm.
have been going to see endocrinologists back when that first started showing up,
Got you.
because
Mhm.
they will help to regulate any hormone issues as well as diabetic one, two, all of that. So they deal with anything under that scope of
I went to
hormones.
see once. I went to see an endocrinologist
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
Yeah, it's
when I
funny
was
you say that.
taking that Zometa,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
and the oncologist is the one that referred me to him.
My
Mm-hmm.
doctor
Told me to
friend in
go see
London,
him, and he said everything looked fine. But you're right, that's what he did. He checked everything.
yeah, my
Yep.
doctor friend in London that I always use for my second opinion,
Mhm.
he asked me, and he said in London, he said, if you have one of those hormone breast cancers, he said that the first thing that they do, because he would always ask his friends that's, in that field of breast cancer, and he told them to ask me, have I been referred to an endocrinologist? And I said no, and I mentioned it to my doctor, and
They don't do it.
yeah, yeah. She said, no, we got all that covered. She don't think I needed to see one.
They
Mhm.
don't do it. So guess what? You ain't got to tell me what you think. I know what I'm gonna go do. I already see one. So I don't, because they just don't, they're a specialist in their area. And
Right.
Right.
that's really as far as it gets. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I
Right.
trust you to know how to fix my toe. I don't trust
Mhm.
you to know nothing else.
Right.
Right.
That's
And
it.
that's be the thing about it. It's just like you go tell them, okay, this is going on. Like my neuropathy is still, even after I have done the B12, the B6, but it is still going on in this right foot.
Oh
So
my gosh, I'm so
it's
glad
like,
mine went
are you
away.
serious? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
it's
Mine
so
just
comes
something
like
and
you
this.
need to tell
goes.
them to check too is your B6 levels. B6 levels can be high, and they will attribute even more to your neuropathy impacting you. Because
Guys.
of me having that weight loss surgery, I'm real kind of always on some supplements and stuff, simply because I know that a part of that problem is your body don't absorb nutrients the same. And
Mm-hmm.
again, as I'm preparing for this surgery, I just made them run a panel on all of my vitamins. I had
Mm-hmm.
B6, B12, B1, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin K, and the list goes on. And my B6, my B12, my B1, all of them were high, like
Mm-hmm.
too high. But I
Mm-hmm.
know that I take a supplement because I
Mm-hmm.
was at one point B1 deficient. So now
Mm-hmm.
as I'm learning, like, because I'm even trying to navigate how I want to know how clean my supplements are, and if they're full of junk or they're actually doing the job. Because I
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
pay pretty good money for this crap. So
Right.
what I found out literally today. So Tamika, I must have been sent her. Look, our people, our ancestors upstairs watching this girl, because my doctor just said today, which I looked at it before I went and seen her. She's like, your B6 is hell. This is her words. Your B6 is hella high. You got to be
Mm-hmm.
taking a supplement. And I said, I
Mm-hmm.
am. And she said, okay. I was like, well, is there any issues that go along with that? And she was like, you'll feel tingling, like neuropathy, like you were on chemo and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so you need to do whatever you got to do to cut that down in your system. And so
Mm-hmm.
I know I eat foods that come with it. I'm knowing I got another supplement that may be overlapping it. So that's
Mm.
something that you can have your doctor to check before you go into the
I'm
area
gonna
of
do the
taking
room.
those
I'm gonna go
drugs.
to the rheumatologist at this point because
Yes, but
Yeah.
I'm
don't take them
getting,
other drugs. Them drugs that they give us to take to help
I
it.
know that
Oh my
gabapentin
God,
and all that. No,
the
no,
side
Mm-mm.
effects of that
no,
stuff is
no.
crazy.
Yeah,
I
gabapentin do me
definitely,
in.
I
I take
definitely,
I take
meloxicam.
gabapentin, okay?
yeah,
Yeah,
I
I don't
can't
like
stand
gabapentin. I
gabapentin.
got
I
it.
hate it.
But
I
I
hate
take
it.
meloxicam. I'll take it for like a week or two on and I'm good. And then, I wait until I need it again and take it. But yeah, I just take myself on and off of it because the side effects, long-term side effects of taking those medications.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And
But
I'm
they,
gonna tell you
but
what
they,
really helped
but the
me.
gabapentin, I mean, all those drugs say take as needed, not take
That's true.
every day. Some of them say take daily.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But gabapentin, it will say take daily. But common sense will tell you if you're not in pain, you don't take the
don't
medicine.
take it. I'm
Yeah,
gonna tell you what
And
really
that's
helped
the
me
I
same
through
always
that.
thing
do
like
that.
with meloxicam. I've been walking around with a bottle I had for 3 months. I
Mm,
only take it if I have pain.
Yeah. If
That's
I
it.
feel
The
well,
something
walking
coming on, I take it.
to
my
me,
I,
the
I,
walking
neuropathy
has
is
I,
been
every
I,
helping
day.
me.
you have to have
It's
a high
every day.
tolerance to deal with pain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For
I
me,
stay ahead of
I
my
do it.
pain.
No, I can do it.
That
Yeah, but
walking
I would
really helped me,
definitely do
Tamika.
walk.
With walking helped
Mm-hmm.
me tremendously. And when I would stop walking and sit because I work a sedentary job,
Mm-hmm.
I would feel it come back on. So I
Mm-hmm.
know that the walking attributed to, helping being a benefit to me. It helped
Gotcha.
me tremendous. Like I still feel it here and there,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel it at night, but like I guess being ahead of it, like Zaynab was just
Mm-hmm.
saying, because I started walking when I was like in my third round of chemo or whatnot, a lot more. That
Mm-hmm.
really helped to kind of counteract it. And I never took gabapentin or the other one at all because I was just like, I'm already on so many damn drugs. I'm scared I'm gonna be constipated soon if I take
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
Well,
else.
I
I
take the
had to take myself.
gabapentin because I deal with back problems.
I
Well,
got you.
that's what I'm saying. I did the gabapentin. They increased it, all of that, but it's nothing has helped this neuropathy. The B6 and B12 subsided it a little bit, but
Mhm.
it's like right now, literally my right foot is tingling. It's like the
Wow.
toes, and that's walking, sitting, whatever. It tingles. It give me trouble. But I'm glad you guys said something about the rheumatologist. I don't even know why that it didn't even click in my
Quick in your
head
mind.
You know what
when
Mhm.
else
I
helped with
saw
my
it.
neuropathy? Whenever my feet would get like that, I would throw on some compression socks.
Now wait
Okay,
a minute, Zaynab. Why do you get neuropathy?
That's what
I
I want
don't
to
I,
know.
I don't know.
I'm
I
telling
don't
you, to
know.
But she
me,
never had chemo,
telling
so
you,
she
I
to
shouldn't
got I
me,
got
be.
all y'all side effects.
I'm
That's
Francis
why
was
I
the
telling
gotta
one who
you.
told me
I
about
gotta
the B
keep
vitamins.
remind myself that you wasn't on chemo. I have to keep thinking
I'm
that. That's
telling you,
real.
I believe her pills that she take has a form of chemo in
I'm
it.
That's
I'm only on the
crazy.
one pill. Francis, you
On
know
that
how
one
bad my
pill.
neuropathy was. And
Yeah.
Francis told me to take those B pills. I was like, and it helped me, but I put on my compression socks and it
That's
helped. Anytime I
crazy.
feel that tingling, the compression help it.
Mm-hmm.
If
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be standing or walking, I will not walk. Like if I was gonna exercise and walk, I'm wearing compression.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got some
Wow,
compression
that is
socks,
crazy.
but it's that's I'm
That's
definitely gonna look into the rheumatoid because they did the X-ray. My PCP did the X-ray on my neck. Nothing came back. The of course the CAT scan they did that, and the oncologist like, well, we didn't see anything. We would have saw that as well. But like you said, it's hard to diagnose any form of rheumatoid arthritis. Like you just said, my mom went through that. She literally went through it for years before it got bad, and that's when they like, oh, let's set you for some stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
why I said my oncologist, she's the one that sends me to all these other doctors,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
which I appreciate because she's the one
Mm-hmm.
that sent me to the endocrinologist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I think we lost Tequila somewhere. Where you at, Tequila?
She's driving. She
Just
probably.
walking,
No, she's
walking
not.
to
She's
the
right there.
station.
She's in our house.
Yes.
Oh.
I got a little stand for this doggone thing. Y'all gotta try this little thing. Them little
She over
gizmo.
there. She in there cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I saw your little children in that car, huh?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. But we're gonna end it, and I will call everybody to let them know when it is.
Oh yeah, thanks for my call again today. Too.
Yeah, I call you to let you know because I know you got them kids to be doing homework and then you work.
Hey, they be
Yeah.
running me, right? And I'm like,
Yeah, so I will make sure everybody knows to get back on, when the next one is. Did you get my email that I sent you all?
I did, yeah,
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Text message. Because it's on my calendar. It'll ding me on
No,
the
I'm saying I sent you an email. Everybody I sent an email about the
Yes.
resilience of
of a
Black
woman.
women. Yes. And
Yes.
in there I put an affirmation and
I saw that.
Yes.
Thank
yeah,
you.
We
yeah.
surely appreciate it.
I appreciate you all. So we got to keep it going. And I'm telling you, you'd be surprised how many requests I have for people to be on my podcast and they don't have breast cancer, but it's because of you all.
Awesome.
And
Yeah.
and it made a difference because they'll tell me I listen to the ladies and so it you guys are making an impact, period.
And at this point, I gotta be honest, it's touching so many different people. Even if you don't
Yes.
have it,
Mhm.
being able to learn how to show up for somebody else. Because
But
like
that's
doctors
what
are
I
getting
said.
nervous.
Your story
Doctors
is
are
for
getting nervous. How
somebody
to keep
else.
this stuff going.
That's right. That's right. That's
So,
right.
but anyway, we're gonna end this and thank you. And we'll be back the second Thursday in
June.
June, Sequila.
I don't know
Oh,
if I make that one, friend. I'm preparing for this big graduation party now. I'm
When?
past the prom. My grandson is. Ooh. Oh, my
When is the
grandson won prom
graduation?
king, you guys. It's June
oh,
21st.
Oh,
okay.
Yay.
Look at
all right.
that.
So
That's what's
you
up.
get a
That's good.
pass.
Uh-uh.
That's sweet.
I'm gonna stop the recording.